She's a real pain in the... Welcome to the Pain in My Cast podcast with yours truly, Cassandra Jean.
Is the video just like...
Yep, the video is going, the sound is going, we're testing sound, we're testing video. Hopefully this works. So we're doing this podcast thing. I'm Cassandra and this is Sydney.
Hi.
And you know what's really funny is I wanted to do a podcast since 2018. And I was like, I'm going to call it Pain in My Cast. Like, I made all these little pictures of my friends. Like, I was, like, ready to, like, do the podcast covers with, like, my friends on each episode. And
yes.
I hired someone off Fiverr to record me a podcast intro. And it's literally the worst thing I've ever heard in my entire life. And I'm going to play it, like, because it's so bad. But, yeah.
If you are a woman that dreams of playing bigger, wants to start a side hustle, or just want to work on improving your current state each and every day, this is the podcast for you. Each Wednesday, join Cassandra Jean, the official Pain in My Cast, as she interviews friends who push you to do better, no drama or mess, including boss babes, entrepreneurs, influencers, and health and beauty experts. The conversations are a juicy mix of millennial failures, dating advice, entrepreneurial mindset tips, and much more. She reminds you that you are not struggling. You're simply mid-conquer.
Me too. I've also been wanting to do a podcast. My notes are filled with podcast ideas.
Yeah.
So we both came together and realized that we should,
do one.
That's
That's what I thought was so funny. When I was like, I want to do a podcast, you just like opened your notes and there was like a whole
bunch
list.
of lists. Yes, because
like,
there's so much to talk about that people don't talk about.
Maybe they shouldn't talk about because that's how they're employed, but...
Hey, we can change our names.
Yeah, we have A-listers.
Yeah, I know. Like something stupid, like I'm Alyssa.
Yeah.
Like something fucking stupid, but anyways, let's talk about some things that's on her chest.
Okay, so I recently got out of a relationship. That's not the point, but I feel like after you get out of a relationship, there's some ego stuff that kind of happens, like your ego's a little bruised, like you want to make sure you're still like hot and attractive and sexy. So I think what most people do when they get out of a relationship is get on the dating apps. Mm-hmm. So for me, mine's always Hinge. I don't know why. I don't like Bumble or Tinder as much. I think Hinge is kind of where it's at in Austin. So anyway, I got on the Hinge app like right after my breakup.
Same with me. I don't have Tinder. I don't have Bumble. I only have Hinge. But it's just because I feel like Bumble's just too mainstream. It's kind of like Tinder, that they just want to fuck on there also. I don't know if that's allowed. I can't say fuck. But
you
like
can
they
say
just
fuck.
But like that's what I'm saying. Like Bumble's too mainstream that they also, it's like Tinder. Like they just want to fuck on there. And like I feel like Hinge is more of like a dating, like you really have to take initiative to answer the questions and like swipe, and there's less people on there that I feel like are more genuine, but I don't know, that's just me.
Yeah, you know what's funny is because Bumble, just like going off topic, like into the dating apps, but Bumble was created by a woman, right? Mm-hmm. And that's really badass, but I don't like that women have to reach out first on Bumble, because that's not what I want in my relationship. I'm a very strong, like, independent woman, but I want a man that makes me feel like I need him, like an alpha male, if they exist anymore. And so that's like chivalry. Like, I'm not gonna get on Bumble and be like messaging these men. No, I want them to come to me.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Like, both of us are very strong, independent women, and we need someone that will take care of us and not us take care of them.
Right?
Kind of thing. Reoccurring theme that every time I date someone, I'm taking care of them, and it's just horrible. So we just need someone that's, you know, steps over that bridge.
Exactly. And dating in Austin isn't the best anyway. Like, it's hard out here in the streets, you know, it's a little...
in the streets.
Yeah, you're just out here...
Cass is in the corner, you know.
Out here looking
Holler at her.
the right car in these streets, okay?
The right car. Holler, you know, it's like Pretty Little Woman status, you know?
Exactly.
She needs someone to pick her up and be like, damn.
No. Not streetwalker status.
No, I'm just kidding.
So, anyway, anyway, like, after my breakup, I got on one of these dating apps, and, you know, I kind of messed around, was, like, messaging some guys that I thought were cute, but I never really did anything about it. Like, I was kind of in my sad girl shit. Like, I was just trying to, like, work out, focus on work. Like, that wasn't my priority. Like, I feel like I was more so, like, hanging out with my girlfriends. We have a really good group of girls. So I never messaged any of them back. But, like, a few weeks later, I was, like, going through my Instagram stories, and you know I'm really bad on Instagram. Like, I look at every single person that, like, looks at my stories, and lo and behold, like, there was this guy, we'll call him Dexter, because it's gonna get worse with that kind of name. I had matched with him on Hinge, and didn't communicate with him on Hinge, and he starts looking at my Instagram stories. And I'm like, is that because on Hinge, your Instagram, you can, like, connect your Instagram?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, he just went and started stalking me on Instagram.
Yeah,
basically.
I connect mine. So, because I don't put pictures that I have on my Instagram on my Hinge profile, so I feel like if I put my Instagram, there's more pictures of me, so, like, people can actually see.
Like, go and stalk?
Yeah, well, like, see, like, there's, like, I'm a real person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's actually a good way to get followers.
Yeah, that too.
Being on the dating apps.
That's why I get followers.
They're gonna go follow you.
That's why I get followers, so.
That's so funny. Yeah, so.
Hopefully from this podcast.
I know.
No, just kidding.
So, okay, so yeah, the guy was, like, going through my Instagram stories, and one day I was, like, sitting at my office, which no one goes to my office, so I was, like, sitting there by myself. It was, like, right after my breakup, and we were having to move, like, our whole office, and I was the one person delegating it. So I'm, like, sitting there, like, stressed beyond belief, like, I'm going through a breakup, I have all this stress on me, and then this random man from Instagram starts messaging me, and he's like, hey, let me bring you lunch to your office, like, let's go on a hike to the Greenbelt, let's go do something. And I was just sitting there, and I'm like, dude, like, I'm fucking working. What do you think this is? I can't just flee work. Like, I'm like, does this dude not have a job? Because how are you able just to go hike during the middle of a work week? You know what I mean? Like, I was, okay. And
the luxury.
I'm like, what does this guy do for a living? And so I was like, you know what? No, I'm so busy with work. Like, I cannot do anything right now. And then he was like, all right. He was like, let me take you to a steakhouse tonight then. Like, I'll come and pick you up. And I was like, oh, shit. Because literally no one takes you to a steakhouse in Austin. And no one comes to pick you up, nor offers to call you an Uber or anything.
Psychopath,
right?
you.
Oh, okay. Point. It was a little bizarre, but, you know, he seemed sweet. Like, before he had messaged me about going to get lunch in the middle of the day, he had been, like, DMing me on Instagram. Like, he would see shit I would post. And let's be honest, like, I post a lot of sad girl shit on my story when I'm in my feelings. Like, it's some, like, high school Facebook quote level shit.
I mean, you just got out of a breakup, so that's weighing heavily on your mind.
Yeah.
And so you're posting what you feel.
I guess.
Which every girl does.
Like,
every girl on Instagram, I click through all the girls, it's always a quote.
Okay, good.
It's not just you.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Yeah, because, like, even one day I was walking, like, Town Lake, which is, like, this trail here in Austin, and I took this picture overlooking the lake, and I was like, good day to everyone except cheaters, and I posted it.
I saw that one.
He, like, really related to it because he had also been cheated on, so maybe that's why the DMs kept coming. But anyway, he, like, offered to go to the steakhouse, and I was like, yes. And maybe because that was a boundary, I was like, this is, like, a proper date, like, not so spur of the moment. So anyway, I, like, left work from that day, and I, like, went home and got all hot, right? Because it was, like, my first date after a breakup. I'm like, I'm gonna look hot as shit. Like, I'm not gonna look bad.
I'm shaving everything.
Shaving?
I'm shaving everything.
I hadn't shaved in 3 weeks. I was like, time to go. I lathered my legs in baby oil and was like...
I'm sliding on in.
Oh my god. That's so funny. So anyway, I have this vanity in my room. Like, all my friends know I have this vanity. We all take selfies in it.
Yes, that's for sure.
You'll see it if you follow us on Instagram. But I was sitting there, like, putting my makeup on, and he was probably, like, 30 minutes away. And, like, Dexter, the guy, he lived far away, like, probably 40 minutes. So I was like, that's nice that he's driving so far to pick me up. But then the anxiety kind of hit me. Like, I am an anxious person, and I was kind of like, what am I doing letting a random, guy come and get me? So I texted one of my girlfriends, and we'll bring her up later, but I'll just call her Carol because, or maybe Karen. We're going to call her Karen because
Karen.
she sometimes acts like a Karen. Like, no offense. So,
Okay.
you know, there are those people. So I called her.
Obviously, we're gonna lose some friendships over this because I'm pretty sure they knew who we're talking about, and we're calling her a Karen. Okay, anyways, go.
Look, she already divorced me as her friend, so all is fair.
Oh God, no!
All is fair and love and
never
war.
mind. She is a Karen. I second that.
All is fair in love and war. So I called Karen. Actually, do you have a friend named Karen? Fuck. This is not about you, Karen. Okay.
Not the real Karen. It's a fake Karen.
I call her and I was like, hey girl, like, I have this guy coming to pick me up. Like, I'm scared. And she was like really reassuring, which probably is concerning, but you know, she was like,
which is a girl that doesn't have much experience. But
she's like, go, get in the car.
Besides that, we know Cass, you know, went out on this date. Girls, please. Please don't let a guy pick you up.
You think no?
Always meet him in a public spot.
No?
Always meet him in a public spot. Drive yourself, because if you need the fucking escape and dip, escape.
Okay, whoa, that's some shade thrown my way. Because I did prepare. I called Karen. She told me to share my location with her. I literally shared it indefinitely with her. Not just for the night. Like, that bitch can track me and make sure I'm safe at all times. My mom, she gifted me some pepper spray. I was like, I'm gonna put this shit in my purse. Did that.
She just takes your phone and ditches it. We just follow the location to your phone. Are you attached to your phone? He just like ditches it on the side of the highway and be like, well, we podcast is on the side of that.
I forget to mention, like, that since this is already concerning, that I was like letting him come pick me up.
Yeah.
So the dude had like 10 photos on his Instagram profile. And a lot of them were, like, landscapes. There wasn't really photos of his face. His profile, his dating profile on Hinge, there wasn't really good photos. But I just knew he was tall. He was, like, 6'4", so I was, like, sold. Because I'm, like, 5'10", so you have to be, like, 6'4" minimum.
Yeah, Cass got that long, pretty legs.
I'm tall. So the dude comes to pick me up, and he's driving a 4Runner. And I personally think 4Runners are sexy. Like, maybe it's just me. It probably could be because my ex didn't have a car. So I
didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Any vehicle you pick me up in, I'm like, damn, this guy is successful. He has made it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. What the fuck? I don't even know much about your ex, but what the fuck? Okay, anyways.
So he picks me up in his 4Runner, and I, like, get in, and I look hot as fuck, and I turn my head to look at him, and I was like, fuck. Like, I thought he was, like, the sexiest thing. Like, I thought he was so cute, and I was like, this is so nice. Like, he picked me up. Oh my God, and I forgot to mention something.
Go ahead and mention it.
So when I had been sitting at work that day, and he had planned the date, he texted me and he was like, oh, I have a present for you. And I was like,
I forgot about the present.
me too. I was like, red flag, something's wrong with this guy, because you're picking me up, you're taking me to a steakhouse, and
you get a present.
And he literally texted me, and he was like, when I was at work, he was like, I'm going to Nordstrom really quick to get it. And then 10 minutes later, he was like, oh, I have it. And I was like, there's a disconnect here. Anyway, when he picked me up, he, like, gives me this perfume. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is so nice. So I start Googling the perfume, of course, because I want to know how much it costs.
Always Google how much it costs.
Because, like, I'm like,
always.
Look, this could be from, like, Walgreens, for all I know, like, part of the Jessica Simpson cotton candy. Like,
it's like clearance.
It's got, like, the sparkles in it.
It's, like, almost expired.
I'm just kidding. But, like, it was, like, a beautiful bottle. Like, I've heard of the brand before. It's Good Girl Gone Bad by Killian. I think it might not be Killian.
Which it smells fucking amazing.
It smells fucking so good.
It smells so good.
But I'm like, why is this guy giving me perfume, like, on the first date? Like, it's kind of hot. Like, I'm kind of into some weird shit.
No, I mean, I think it is weird. I do think it is hot because, like, I've been wanting, like, in the past, one of my boyfriends to buy me a perfume to be like, oh, like,
smell like this?
Yeah, you want me to smell like this? That's what you like. So, I mean, I don't know, because it's like a new relationship. Maybe his ex wore it?
That was my concern.
That would be my concern.
Okay, so honestly, I used to hook up with this guy, like, before my ex, and he wore this certain cologne, and I asked him what it was, and it's Curve. I can't think who it's by. It's Curve cologne, men. It smells so good. So when I started dating my ex, his birthday had just passed, and I was like, well, I'm going to go get him a birthday gift, and I went and bought him that cologne.
Because you like it. Because
I like it, but I feel bad because it was literally what the guy I was, like, messing around with before him wore. So when I get this perfume, I'm like, what's the story there? Like,
exactly, because, like, why did you know exactly what to get? Like, what perfume to get? And what, yeah, like, it's just weird because I'd be like, oh, well, are you trying to smell your ex on me? Like,
yeah, right? So that's what I told him. I was like, are you trying to mark me with this scent you like? And he just played it off like, no, like, I'm trying to be nice and, like, chivalrous. And I was like, okay, that's fine.
I mean, which some people's love language is, like, gift giving.
Yeah.
And, you know, that could have been a way of, like, saying, like, hey, like, I really like you in a way. Like, but, I mean, it was first date, so I don't really know how that, like,
I think it's
incorporates that.
It's kind of a red flag. I feel like when someone is doing so much in the beginning.
But, yeah.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
It's what every girl wants, so guys, please take notes. Like, this is how you should be acting.
Yeah.
But most don't act this way, you know?
Yeah. I mean, not the first date, but maybe, like, the fourth?
Chivalry is what it is.
I don't know.
So anyway, he picked me up. Oh, I'm just forgetting everything. Like, that day at work, there was a lot
that's why we can edit this and go back and fucking switch it around.
I had, like, movers there. You know, there was a lot going on with the movers. But anyway, he was texting me, and he said something a little naughty. And, you know, I was, like, a little deprived because I had been out of my relationship. So I sent him, like, kind of, like, a sexy photo, but it definitely wasn't a nude. It was just kind of, like, implied, like, hey, look at me, I'm hot, tell me I'm pretty. So I sent him that, and then he sent me back a photo of him in, like, gray sweatpants. And I'm like...
we love the gray sweatpants! Like, it's gray sweatpants season!
Yeah, and you can see everything through gray sweatpants. So then I was basically like, fuck, because the imprint was huge. Like, it was big. So... I was
so dead.
So I like was gassing him up. I was like, damn, like, the sweatpants look good on you.
Damn, daddy.
Yeah. Telling him all the things. And then he sent me a dick pic back, which normally I don't like dick pics. Do you? Like, how do you feel? You
know how I feel about dick pics. So, I don't know if I should, like, say that. Wow, I'm gonna lose a lot of hoes. But dick pics, I actually love them.
Oh, really?
A lot of girls can... every girl has told me that you're the problem with society and girls and dick pics. But I love them. And one day I will make a collage and I will share it with my best friends.
Oh my god. Am I included?
Yes, you're included. And I'll share it with my best friends and we'll all look at a bunch of dick pics that I've gotten over the years.
Oh my god, that is so funny. So he, like, literally sent me a dick pic, and usually I'd be offended because, like, I don't know, like, not every dick is that pretty, but this one I was like, whoa, like, panty drop, like, couldn't concentrate.
Hey, Dexter, if you're listening, Don't be so full of yourself.
Don't let this
because
be
your name is
ego.
Dexter, not fucking anything else.
Yeah, don't do that. So, you know, he definitely was stunting on my ex, as I would say, in that department. So
yeah.
I was sold. So he picked me up, and it starts raining. It's like kind of pouring, and he's driving his 4Runner like really far out into the hill country because this steakhouse is out by nothing. I felt safe going there because it's kind of out where I grew up, so it wasn't concerning to me. It's just like out in the hill country. So it's pouring rain. He like puts on this music. It's like the most beautiful song I've ever heard in my entire life. It's called, I guess I shouldn't say what it's called because I don't want him to think this is about him. It sounded very...
Again, Dexter, fuck you.
It sounded very much like Stevie Nicks.
This was.
So you can hear Sydney laughing at the end of this, and we actually stopped recording this podcast. This was recorded towards the end of December, so we had been sitting there drinking some cocktails and waiting for some of our girlfriends to come over to my place so we could all go out. So we did what we could in that time frame, and then Sydney and I were ready to celebrate the holidays, so we put a pin in the podcasting thing. I had a lot of fun doing this with her. It was our first podcast we did together. Like, we just kind of got on there and started talking. It's taken me a while to want to finish this podcast out because I could not decide if I wanted to do a solo episode on Dexter or just leave it alone. For right now, I'm just going to put a pin in it. Him and I are no longer talking, but it's not something, if you guys find the story really interesting, there's a lot more to unpack there. And I would totally be willing to do another podcast episode on it. I think one of the things I didn't think about with doing a podcast is how much information you have to share. And trust me, I'm an oversharer. I'm not afraid to open up and speak about a lot of things. I just don't want to hurt anyone in the process of doing that. But nonetheless, that is where we left off. And, you know, I'm just going to keep doing my thing. I'm going to be true to myself, and I'm going to continue doing the Pain in My Cast podcast. I don't want anyone to think that it's some kind of crazy podcast. I'm going to be bringing my friends on who are very successful in different spaces. I have friends in the plastic surgery industry. I have girlfriends that run health and beauty businesses. I have friends that are entrepreneurs. I have friends all over the place, and I just want to use this podcast to sit down and interview these people. Obviously, talk about dating stories as well, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and really just use this to have fun and voice myself and have a creative outlet. So we'll just see where that goes. XO, Cass. Mwah.